Yes, boys, I hope you can hear me all right in this video. Today, I don't have my mic on me and there's some construction going on in the wind, so I hope it doesn't disrupt the audio too much. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about appointment setting, and in particularly, why appointment setting does not have to be the end goal for you. Because, for me and a lot of people, once you scale past appointment setting, that you might not be satisfied. Once you've already scaled to this point where you're making 5k, 10k per month, you've already dabbled into this space where you know people around you that are making 20k, 30k, 100k plus per month, and making 10k a month. Yeah, it sounds good to you beginning and being a beginner in the space, and when you're coming out of just making a couple of k, like 1 or 2k a month, it's amazing. But when you're comparing yourself with these big fish in the industry, it's just not enough. And as men, we're super ambitious, and we've got conquest to achieve. So with appointment setting, right, I talk about appointment setting all the time because I think appointment setting is a perfect place for people to come into this industry and come into this online making money space. Because although you get told to do SOMA, dropshipping, these things are literally creating your own business from scratch. And I think it's really naive for people to think you can come into this industry, like I said, with these big fish and just make your own business off the back with no skills, coming straight out of a 9 to 5 and make a whole business, run every single part of business, marketing, delivery, flipping, sales, and all of this parts. So business is super naive when you're coming up against people that have been in this industry for years. So that's why I propose appointment setting as the best way to start as a beginner with no skills, with no purpose. If you're a young man like me, when you have no purpose and you don't really want to go into a 9 to 5, you don't want to go to uni, or you've been to university and you don't want to go for a graduate degree or whatever, I think appointment setting is an amazing place to start because you're learning one specific skill. You're not learning all these skills. You're not learning, because a lot of businesses miss out on having every single good package. So a business might have good marketing and really good delivery but bad sales, or they might have good sales and really good marketing but a really bad offer. So they always miss out on one thing. So I think if you master one thing at a time, that's the best way to build all the skills, and then eventually, if you want to create your own business, you can do that. So I think sales is the best place to start because I think that's what most businesses struggle with. So like with me, like with all the boys in this villa, we do appointment setting, and appointment setting is a base level skill. It's a sales skill that it's not super difficult to learn. It just takes a lot of hard work, and it's a commission basis, so it's repetitive. It's not super fun, but you can scale it. Like you can see the rewards, right? But I think for some people, like I said, like me, is you get to a point where you scale to like 5k or 10k a month, and it's really difficult to scale past that because there's only a certain amount of what you can earn with this in a way. Obviously, it's commission basis, so it's technically unlimited, right? But the only way to scale past 10k per month, if you're really good at appointment setting and you're booking loads of calls, is to work for a client with a higher ticket offer, and there's only so much calls you can book for those kind of deals, right? So the natural progression is increasing your value to businesses. And I do this by learning more skills. So for example, in Alpha Setters, we teach students, once they've scaled to a certain point with appointment setting, something called a growth specialist module. And with a growth specialist module, you're learning other skills around appointment setting and around a business. So you're learning how to maybe run ads or build systems within a business, or maybe even close it. And these skills are going to help add skills into your arsenal so you can add these value to businesses. And if you can add more value to businesses and make them more money, you're going to get more money from them. So for example, say if you're just an appointment setter and you was on 5% commission, if you was an appointment setter closer and you ran ads for them, maybe you'd be taking them 20%, 25% commission. And then think about how much more money that is in the long run if you're doing multiple sales, right? So that's a natural progression in terms of appointment setting. You can start learning more skills, and then once it gets to a point where you feel like you've got a lot of skills and you've learned off these big guys that you've been working under, potentially you may want to start your own business. And now you're not a beginner in the industry. You've been in a space where you've made money online. You've had a taste of what it's like to make money online, and you feel like you're ready to go into this market and compete with these guys because you've built the skills up. So it's a much easier transition. I'm not saying making a business is easy, but it's a much easier transition when you've learned this skill, than just coming straight out of nowhere and trying to learn every skill at once. Does that make sense, boys? Obviously, this might take a while. To get to a good point where you're making 10k in a month, it might take you 6 months or so. It might take you a year. But this is for people that kind of have got to that point, or people that are thinking, oh, point me saying 5k, 10k a month. I'm more ambitious than that. And yeah, you can be more ambitious than that, but don't be naive in thinking you can just jump straight to a business. That's why I go on about appointment setting. It's a great place to start as a beginner. So yeah, if you want any tips on how I started, or again, you can always drop me a message on Instagram. You boys know that. Obviously, you don't have to. I offer free content on here, so yeah, just get started, boys.